So, everybody, I'm super happy you're here. Thank you for coming. We're gonna discuss protein design workflows, but I'll just take a few slides to explain how this group came about and what the main purpose and the main goal is. And my name is Ajasja Ljubetic. I'm a research assistant professor at the Department of Synthetic Biology and Immunology at the National Institute of Chemistry in Slovenia. So, the entire idea for this group or this meeting came about like inspirational when I had the honor to organize the European Rosetta Con this year with Dominic. And we sort of thought it would be a great idea to take a look at all the protein design frameworks and workflows that are out there. About me, I'll just present that I spent 3 years in the Baker Lab where I learned to do protein design. And this is one of the few pictures I have with David. This is at the Nobel Award ceremony. So this was a really good time. And now I've got my own group and we're working on molecular walkers and design dynamic proteins and of course binders to pay the bills. And for that, we have all the, regular or sort of needed equipment from a computer cluster up to a cryo-EM and a single molecule test. And of course, that brings us to the protein design workflow libraries. When I started my group, I didn't want each of my students to, write their own scripts connecting RF diffusion, protein MPNN and stuff like that. So we made a repository for everybody. We named it Proscolp, which does RF diffusion and of course protein MPNN, and then it calculates metrics. And that was sort of the basics. And of course, protein design workflows have many advantages because they usually have a lower barrier to entry for non-computational people. You reduce these duplication efforts and you just make, the science and the technology go faster. However, currently there are a lot of protein design workflows, right? There's the standard Rosetta. We'll hear about OVO and ProdFlow today. Then we have ProSculpt and Bindcraft and many, many, many others. And also many, many sort of online portals that companies are starting to set up. So the goal here is to sort of figure out, do we really need this many libraries? Is there maybe any options for standardization? Can there be any joint efforts? And of course, to discover what kind of problems people are solving, right? So in phase one, the idea is that we'll have presentations on the existing protein design libraries and see what problems people are trying to solve, right? Most people are trying to do binder designs, but as part of the regular protein design tests, you can also do scaffolding. There's symmetric structures. You can design for conformational flexibility, maybe some enzymes, maybe DNA, RNA, small molecules. So there's a lot of problems. Currently, we have 7 to 8 presentations already scheduled. And then in phase 2, we'll probably meet like sort of in a smaller committee and then see if we can join some efforts or if we can develop a standard or if there is any space there to avoid this duplication. As far as resources go, currently we only have the mailing list that was sort of identified as the lowest denominator that everybody can use inside Rosetta Commons and of course inside all the companies. And maybe as time goes on, we will add a Slack or Discord or GitHub. And just as a schedule, the next meeting will be on February 3rd. You will get emails and invites and everything and Zoom links. And we'll have 2 presentations about Rosetta and about ProSculpt. And with that, I would like to welcome and invite our first 3 speakers, actually, I think, from MSD that will present the OVO workflow.